right, welcome to the second review of the evening. Up this time is Music Racer Ultimate. Music Racer is the dynamic rhythm game loved by millions of players around the world. Rush along futuristic neon tracks, gather beats, catch the rhythm. The racetrack is created in real time based on the game's music tracks. The speed and mood of each run are determined by the compositions chosen. Obstacles and awards are generated from the music. Get into the rhythm and collect as many points as possible. This new Ultimate Edition allows you to use your own music in the game via a web DAV server from a computer or smartphone, as well as to play music published on the Adeus service. Um, so, a couple of notes before we go into this version of the game. It is a port of a PC game released a few years ago called Music Racer. And I will note right here now that you can use your own music just by the way you do it in PC terms. You just drag the files into like the music mode, or it'll find your music. Different ways of doing that. And also, we've come a long way from the Xbox 360, where you can just add your own music to games.
Yep.
Well, nowadays they have to be more careful about licensing and shit, so you can't just add any music you want willy-nilly.
Well, you'd rip the CDs to the console, and there's not really a whole lot they can do about that.
Yeah. Unless they don't have the feature in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were gifted the PlayStation version of this, PlayStation 4 and 5. So over to Petty for the details.
So this game plays a lot like Audio Surf, if anyone remembers that from like circa 2008.
That's the one. I was trying to remember.
Yeah,
I was gonna say so. This game is gonna be like game, but with cars. And Audio Surf was the one I was thinking of, but Beat Saber was the only one that was coming to mind.
Yeah. No, Audio Surf was what I was thinking of when I saw this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's, albeit this looks simpler than Audio Surf.
Oh yeah, it's very much simpler.
Yes. For those who don't know that game, that's basically this, but a whole bunch of shapes, and you have to match them to colors.
Yep.
It's basically a puzzle game on a car track.
No. Indeed.
Anyway, so how does this one fare?
The biggest problem with this game is how windy the track is. You can't see what's coming up.
Yeah, I noticed you're missing lots of thingies on turns.
So
and it's like I say that in I don't blame you. You can't see them coming.
Yeah.
And it's not like Sonic 2 bonus stages where they're short enough where you can memorize that, oh, hey, around this turn, I want to be on the corner to get the actual rings. And on this turn, I want to not be on the side to not get hit by a bunch of bombs.
Well, it's not like you could memorize these because the tracks are generated by the music. Mm-hmm. So
yes, but theoretically, if you play the same song, the track should be the same.
Theoretically. Like, I'm sure they'll mix up things like those walls and the specific areas where, like, the notes or whatever these white bars are.
I think they call them beats.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyway.
On the other hand, this also doesn't seem to have any significant, like, downside. It doesn't seem to penalize you very harshly for missing them.
No.
There is a normal mode, which I don't think has a fail state, or if it is, it's way too many. And there is a hard mode, which can probably, be more of a pain.
Mm-hmm.
It might possibly approach the easiest mode on Guitar Hero.
I'd rather play Guitar Hero, because at least that I can see what's coming up.
Fair enough. So, a question I have is just exactly what kind or how much music do you get access to via this Adeus service?
A lot.
Oh, Audius.
Audius.
Like audio, but with a different ending.
Yeah, okay, that fits.
I completely was completely blanking on the word when you were saying it because I wasn't seeing it written.
Mm.
But I don't know what the service actually draws from, if there's like a website or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. I don't see any like licensed tracks from like actual artists, so if you're
Well,
looking for something like that, either bring your own music or go look somewhere else.
yeah. And I'm gonna venture out and say that the and just reading the how you add music to this is kind of cumbersome.
Yeah, like I tried fiddling with it for a bit and was like, yeah, no, screw this.
That is understandable. You know. And I guess that also covers the music in the sense that it's it's kind of bring your own music to the table.
Yeah, unless you really like what they have built in.
Mm.
There are also various different, I guess, car avatars because they all seem to do the same thing.
Yeah, I'd wager those are skins because this game isn't actually about racing.
Yeah,
Like hell, like it's not even a racing game technically because there's no. I didn't see any other cars on the track. Like
right.
And your speed appears to be metered.
Yeah,
so, it's what we would call a driving game, technically speaking. Anyway, so in terms of pricing, that's where things get interesting because the console version of this game is clocking in at $6.99 USD. The PC version is clocking in at $1.99.
That's
yeah.
not
Go
how
with
you
the
spell
PC.
good talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which I think is probably the right price for this, just in general.
yeah.
You know, because not necessarily like outside of whether or not this game is worth $2, because it's $2. Now, how would you rate this game?
Um, and it exists out of 10.
Fair enough.
Like
Um,
the concept has been executed much better by games like Audio Surf. So if you want something more engaging than that, there is still Guitar Hero and Rock Band that still exist if you got older generation consoles.
hmm.
So
Well, I'd
this,
probably
mhm.
even though it's not even in like remotely the same genre or anything, but I'd recommend Beat Hazard,
Yeah,
um, or Beat Saber if you have a VR device.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's even with this very low price, even on consoles, it's just there are better options. Maybe not on a PlayStation 4 necessarily, but there are better options out there.
yeah.
Uh, in regards to bundles, the PC version has a whole bunch of them. There's the Music Games bundle where it comes with another title called Music Killer. Um, the Neon Arcade Mix, which has a whole bunch of stuff for the Music Games bundle is $3.98 usually. Neon Arcade 15.93, and the Neon Arcade Mega Pack, which has 14 items in it, at 36.86. Though all these are like on sale for various amounts of money.
Uh,
Um, it's just with bundles that have games that we haven't reviewed yet, we can't really speak to them
mhm.
one way or the other. But those are your options on PC. No such thing exists with the console versions, which are Xbox and PlayStation. I did not see a Switch version yet.
Yeah. Also, I
Uh,
doubt there'd be a Switch version because I think Nintendo would have an aneurysm.
I th- uh, that's if not them, then you trying to add music to the
Yeah,
Switch.
yeah. Good lord.
Like, anyway, so anything else to say on Music Racer Ultimate here?
Um, honestly, It would probably make more of a decent, like, screensaver type thing than it would be, like, an actual game. Just because of how bad it is, you know. I have the camera pulled all the way back, and I still can't see the track when I go up a hill or around a corner.
Fair enough. All right, so that'll about do it for Music Racer Ultimate here. Be sure to tune in after the break as the Galax reviews The Seven Chambers.